Now for our next example, we'll be completing the square. Is 2x squared plus 4x is equal to 5. Now you might recall a comment that was made a while back that to complete the square, it's important that the coefficient of the x squared term be 1. So what we'll need to do first here is to divide every term in the equation by 2. So that will then give us on the left-hand side x squared plus 2x, and on the right-hand side 5 over 2. Now, to complete the square, we're going to take half the coefficient of the x term. And I think we can do this mentally now. Half the coefficient of 2 is 1. And if we square that, will also be 1. So we'll add then 1 to the right-hand side as well. The left-hand side will factor into x plus 1, quantity squared. And the right-hand side will simplify to 7 over 2. So now we can take the square root of each side. So we'll have x plus 1 being equal to plus or minus the square root of 7 halves. And using the quotient property then on the right-hand side, we'll then have plus or minus the square root of 7 divided by the square root of 2. Now let's work on that right-hand side a bit more before we isolate the x. You know we don't want to leave a radical in the denominator of a fraction. So what we'll need to do then to rationalize the denominator is to multiply top and bottom here by the square root of 2. So that will give us then x plus 1 being equal to plus or minus the square root of 14 all divided by the square root of 4. And I think we can come up here now to finish up. We'll have then x plus 1 is equal to plus or minus let me fix that up there a little bit. It's a little bit messy. Equals plus or minus the square root of 14 then divided by 2. And now if we isolate the x, we'll have x is equal to negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 14 divided by 2. And if we would like to combine those into a single fraction, it would become then negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 14 all divided by 2.